let's speak to the National President of the Ghana Journalists Association, Albert Jumfor. Mr. President, you're welcome to Eyewitness News.
Brother,
Yesterday, while you were at the press center organizing the symposium, this one was happening in the studio in Tamale. Has it come to your attention?
Oh, thank you so much. Let me greet you and your listeners, Umaru, and let me also commend you for a good job. Yesterday was to earmark press freedom, and we name it as our day. It's a special day for the media in Ghana, and we still thank all the media practitioners, journalists who have contributed to the success so far. Again, let's go to the matter, the issue in question. Yes, if the issue came to my attention this afternoon when I got a call from one radio station in regards to this situation. Not knowing my regional executive, we were also trying to reach me at the same time. So quickly, I needed to revert to them and then get full details about the issue. And I think, Maru, on your platform, we use this opportunity, this platform to condemn this act. In fact, we have said it and we'll continue to say it over again that look, under the current administration, no attack on press freedom or journalists will be spared or will go scot-free. We have made it clear that we will go the extra mile and any mile to protect the interests of journalists in this country. Now, what is the issue? This journalist called Abubakari Sadiq Gariba, and let me state on your platform that we've checked on him. He's doing well. He's safe. We are aware that he has suffered some few injuries here and there, but I think that what we thank God is that at least he's safe. He's in a safe condition. And this man is a host on a station called Dagbon FM 102.5 in Tamale. And what did he say? All what he's saying is that this former deputy communications officer in the region has been using the Dagbon chieftaincy dispute to gain political advantage. He did not attack a person. If you don't agree with him, you have the right to rejoinder, call in, or maybe you can seek for a rejoinder and clarify, or even with your relationship with the station, you can even call the producers or anybody and say that, look, this statement, you think that has a tendency of causing harm or whatever, so you think you want to clarify. But not to go the extent of going to the studio, entering the studio to assault or attack a journalist. It is an extreme. And for me, I think that I was on one radio station with the NDC communications director, who also indicated the position of the party in the region, saying that the party condemned the act, they disassociate themselves from the act and all that. We still feel that yes, it's commendable, it's a good step, but we still think that there's more they can do. On our part, as a national, as we speak now, we have referred the case to a lawyer. We have referred the case to the legal team aside the criminal side, because we have said that this is the reason the journalist support fund was launched somewhere last year. It is the more reason why we've been calling on all to support this fund, to make sure that the fund is always liquid, to get the legal brains in assisting, in defending and protecting the right and freedom of journalists. So the legal team has taken over the matter, and my regional executive have also followed up on the case. They've also made a larger formal complaint aside that of Sadiq to the police. We've also directed that they issue a statement as well as petition the regional minister who is the chairman of RESEC. We want to see to all this. National will take over the matter. We are going to petition and speak to the police administration national here, because since yesterday, I think the thing happened last night when we are almost climaxing the celebration of the World Press Freedom Day. And so, in fact, it didn't coincide with our celebration. Let me clarify that.
But I mean, it's the same day. The day was not over.
And it is really worrying. It is really worrying that look, we respect the political parties as major stakeholders in democratic dispensation, in national development. And for that matter, if there's anybody or party that should be seen abiding by the rule of law or respecting the constitutional rule of law, it should be this political party. So we don't expect that, look, the politicians, in fact, when we read the state of the Ghanaian media reports, we realize that the attack on journalists are usually meted out by state politicians and the security agencies. Why should we continue to sit in the same soup? Even at a time when the World Press Freedom Index, Ghana is not sinking, we've dropped twice. Just on the same day, we are cautioning and advising, admonishing, that somebody take the law to his hands. In fact, this is a test case for the default administration. This is a test case for the current leadership of the GJA. And we can't tell you that, look, we are not taking this for granted. We also advise that the NDC as a party, in fact, they have their disciplinary procedures or disciplinary committee. We will advise them that aside, even as we take the criminal actions and as our lawyers also advise us on the civil processes, we will also appeal to the NDC national and the leadership to take disciplinary action against such. But he's a former executive officer of the region, a former deputy spokesperson for the region, for the party in the region. And for that matter, I think they should be able to take disciplinary action against such a person.
Very well. Before you take leave of us, the Media Foundation for West Africa and the University of Ghana Communications Department issued a report 2 weeks or so ago. It hasn't brought up what we didn't know, but it re-emphasized it, and it was a bit problematic seeing that Ghanaian journalists are living in a squalor. As president of the GJA, are any of your priorities geared towards remuneration for journalists?
Yes, I think, thank you, Umaru. I have even, you are part of us, and I even expect that we have enough time to digest the report. And we have termed the report as the true state of the Ghanaian media. In fact, it is a reality on the ground. And for that matter, we subscribe and align ourselves to the report. Yes, what are we doing? In fact, when we took over, in the previous administration, the GJA took a step in unionizing the association. What we have realized, the major challenge is that most journalists or media practitioners in the country are not unionized. The only practitioners or journalists who are unionized or who are under unions are those working at the state media institutions. And even for them, they are not even independent. They are not even under one union. GDC is under Public Service Workers Union, while Graphic, GNA, Times are also under different unions. And these people are also under this union with other professionals. What it means is that the interest of journalists, even practitioners in the state media, will still not be secured and protected, will not be a major priority. So what we are trying to do is that we have the union certificate. What is left is to get the bargaining certificate to complete the process. We started doing the from this administration while I was the National Organizing Secretary, and in fact, we went far. As we speak, since we assume post, I have been having an informal discussion with the TUC boss and the other labor union, as well as the Labour Commission to ascertain the bargaining certificate. We are very sure, and we are promising that before the end of this year, we should be able to secure this bargaining certificate. And once we're able to do that, in fact, we will be able...
Mr. President, forgive me to cut you, but in 2011 or so, I was at the press center. I think Bright Blue was the general secretary at the time. I don't remember who was the president. That's when...
The president was
Ransford Tete. They said to us that GG was going to get a bargaining certificate. There was an agreement with TUC. That's more than a decade ago. Honestly, I'm not hopeful about this problem.
Let me tell you. In fact, the truth is that the union certificate was actually attained in 2017. The union certificate, the union itself, because you need to move from one step to another. So, in fact, I cannot speak to the then administration, but I can confidently tell you that I was part of the previous administration that saw the GJA attaining the union, and we have registered with the Registrar General Department and all other legal entities. So I can confidently say that we have the union certificate. What is left is the bargaining certificate. In fact, you need a bargaining certificate to enable you, to give you the power to be able to negotiate for better working conditions, for better remunerations and salaries for your members. So what we are saying is that we are going to ensure, in fact, it's something that I can say that like, we have relaxed on, but since from the time the report came out, we've been having interviews, and in fact, it is really an eye-opener, and it has quickened us, and that is the more reason why we are going to put in enough effort, we are going to put in enough resource and time to make sure we secure the bargaining certificate. Yes, and that journalist interest. Aside that, Umaru, we are even speaking to heads of media institutions. And, you know, this is a joint action by the GJA, GIBA, BRIMPAC, and Media Foundation for West Africa. In fact, you know GIBA represents the owners of Electronic Broadcasters Association. The owners, that is Ghana Independent Broadcasters Association. And we believe that with them be on board, in fact, having agreed with us that we should move, we share a common conviction, the same conviction, and that the need for us to see to a better working condition for journalists is really our utmost priority. I think that is the way, that is the way to go. Okay. I can assure you that we will see improvement. In fact, we need to also understand one thing, that in as much as we fight for it, there's so many journalists who were trained on the job, whose capacity needs to be built, whose professional acumen or capabilities also need to be developed. So we are also putting in place some professional development workshops or capacity building workshops to enhance the capacity of journalists, so that at least when we are arguing and making the case for such people, we will be able to make some sense. And that journalists can get some minimum wage, which we think will meet their professional qualification or their professional work.
Thank you so much for your time, Mr. President.